Hello, Dad. This is Jay Warren. This is the Dadhood Journey podcast, and today's topic is this: taking birth classes. Let's do it.
Hi, my name's Mika, and you're listening to my dad, Jay Warren. This is the Dadhood Journey podcast. Thanks for listening.
Yep. All right. So as I said in a previous episode, I was in San Antonio this past weekend speaking at a birthing conference. I was at the HypnoBirthing Conclave. HypnoBirthing, if you don't know, is a birthing technique. It's a class that we teach at the prenatal wellness center that I work at. It's the class that I took getting ready for Nico's birth, and it helped a ton, and I'm a really big proponent of it. This isn't a commercial for HypnoBirthing by any means. It's about taking birth classes and, Dad, your role in that. So I spoke this weekend on a number of different things as far as Dad's role in pregnancy, the birth, postpartum, and how impactful it can be. And a lot of these things I think are might be obvious statements, but the obvious statements backed up by a lot of or with information helps drive it home, I think. So the first thing in taking birth classes, one of the points I was making about how dads can make an impact is if dad is actually going to the birth classes with mom. And in hypnobirthing, it's a couples class, so it's very rare that a dad's not in the birthing class. It's probably nowadays more common if the dad's not present at a birthing class. It's either because he's deployed, or maybe like he's just traveling too much and can't be for the classes. But I've seen a lot of couples that happens in our center. They're doing private classes so that the couple can go through it. But it's probably more likely that if dad's not at the birthing class, it's because neither one in the couple, mama, isn't taking a birthing class either. And birth education and birth education classes, I think, are essential to having a healthy pregnancy and a healthy birth, which sets families up to be that much healthier on the other side. And it doesn't have to be hypnobirthing. Bradley methods out there. Lamaze is still around. Birthing from within. There's all these different great classes that teach you obviously laboring methods, so mom can be more calm, more relaxed during the birth, which physiologically makes a huge difference in birth going faster, smoother, less discomfort, better birth outcomes for mama and baby. But the birth education classes are also about orienting the couple, dads too, to a normal pregnancy and a normal birth and what to expect. And it dispels a lot of fears around birth so that birth can go better. And what I was talking about is how important it is for dad to, one, at least show up to the class. And nowadays, I would venture to say that most dads, they're showing up to class, and when they're introducing themselves on the first class, they're saying, "Hi, I'm the dad, and I'm here to support my wife in whatever she wants for the birth," right? They're just kind of along for the ride. But what we've seen in the 5 classes, it's a 5-class series in hypnobirthing at our center, is that the dads get more and more engaged. They're getting more information. They're getting more excited about it and become a very vocal proponent for the birth to go as smoothly and as naturally as possible. And then they learn how to be an advocate for the mom if anything starts going sideways. So they're able to work with the nursing staff. They're able to work with the OB, work with the midwife at a birthing center, or the midwife if you're doing a home birth. And dad's like, that is so important. So during a pregnancy, Mama's doing all the work. She's growing the baby. She's doing a large part of the education around what she needs to do for her health and well-being for the pregnancy, for a healthy baby. And Dad, you can also, in the birth education class, get oriented to how you can be a great help, not only in the third trimester or the whole pregnancy, but during labor and delivery. Because if you come into labor and come into the delivery time stressed, it's going to stress her out. And if you're coming into labor fearful of, oh my God, like, what if the baby dies? What if she dies? What are these doctors going to do to her? All those kind of things. That stress and that fear goes into her, and it's going to stall labor, and it's going to make more interventions necessary. So, dads, for you to be in the birth class isn't just to be supportive of her and to go along on Tuesday nights with her because she's going to a class. It's for you too, so you can get oriented to what's normal, what's to be expected, how to support, how to help along, so that your wife, your partner, and your baby can have the safest, smoothest, quickest labor without medical interventions that can cause damage and trauma to mama and baby, which is going to make it harder on the other side to start a regular old family life and to get to enjoyment of things. So one of the things I talked about at this at the conclave in my speech about dad's involvement is to take birth classes, get involved. If your wife thinks she doesn't need to take a birth class or can look at some things online, that's better. Taking something online is better than nothing, but it's not like taking a class in person with other couples that are going through this experience with you and to get live interaction from an instructor teaching mom, but also teaching you how to help and how to facilitate a really, really great, healthy birth so that your baby coming into the world, your son, your daughter, is going to start off as healthy as possible. So obviously, I'm a big proponent of hypnobirthing. I've heard great things about all the other methods as well. They all help because it gets a couple educated about how to go about a healthy natural birth. And even if you're not wanting to go for a natural birth and drug intervention is okay by you, then you are going to be able to learn that much more to be able to facilitate things to either minimize that, maybe even eliminate it, but also to be able to be as healthy as possible when that drug intervention comes in along. So if you are a dad-to-be and you're looking around at birth classes, go check them out. I don't know of any birth classes that are women only nowadays. It might have been in the past, but that time has passed. Our place is in the delivery room. It's in the birthing room. It's at home with your laboring partner to support and guide her and to help along. And so that's our place now, and it's your place now, dad-to-be. And so find a class, get there, explore it, enjoy it, soak it up, and know that it's going to help your baby come into the world that much more gently, and it's going to allow your whole family to be that much more healthy. So check out hypnobirthing, check out Bradley Method, check out Birthing from Within, check out whatever methods are available around it. Just Google birth education classes in your area. Start asking around who took what do you like, what worked, what didn't work, what instructors are great, and get involved because there's so many positive birth outcomes that come from, one, the mom being educated, but even more so if mom and dad are educated and have tools to be able to just rock and roll a birth and have it be just the amazing experience it's supposed to be, bringing your baby into the world, rather than it being this scary, fearful medical treatment that occurs if you're just having a medicalized birth. So that was one element of the talk that I gave this weekend. I'm going to be sharing a lot more this week about different aspects, and look for that on the next episode. And until then, take good care of yourself, take good care of your families, and we'll connect on that next episode.
I hope you enjoyed that episode. You can hang out with other dads in our Facebook group. Just go to Facebook, search for the Dadhood Journey, and apply to get in. See you there, and see you on the next episode. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Perfect.
Here we go, Dan.